guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for Brit. You know, many times you'll see that job listings are for women only or for everybody but, say, men or white men or whatever. And they're complaining. You see people complaining that, oh, I can't afford to live and prices are so high and what's going on with everything and why aren't companies paying better? Well, here's one of the reasons why. Now, granted, corporations are greedy and they're going to keep as much money as they can. And there's definitely less middle class and more rich people versus poor people. I get that. Also, let me apologize for the static. I've replaced my microphone cable. It's still static. Yeah, I've got to keep trying to fix this. I'll get it figured out. But now they're getting to the point where Gen Z is like, you know what? I'm only getting $80,000 a year, and there's no quality of life at my job, and so I'm going to quit, or I need more time off, or they need to do more for me. This is what happens when you for some reason think you deserve things that you don't. Look, there's many jobs that I worked that I hated, and I didn't like it, and they weren't fun, but they paid well. There were other jobs that I worked, and I really enjoyed them, and they were kind of chill, but they didn't pay well. Well, now, like everything else in the world, women want it all, and if they don't get it all, it's everybody else's fault. From the Daily Mail, rise of the lazy girl jobs, demand for posts that offer working from home and are low effort are in huge demand among Gen Zers. These are the 25 most sought-after roles. Now, if you happen to hear some popping in the background, that is my neighbor expressing their Second Amendment rights and enjoying it. So, the internet. So this is what I'm talking about. They're like, oh, we need jobs that are easy, and I can work from. I don't want to get dressed up. I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to commute. I don't want to work hard, but I want you to pay me better. How's this? So either the company ends up hiring way more people than they actually need to get the jobs done, which keeps the salaries down, or these people roll in, roll out, and the company ends up failing or struggling. The internet is moving past quiet quitting when someone does only the bare minimum at work, putting in only the effort required to get the job done, which is fine, really. That's not quiet quitting. That's just saying, you know what, I'm going to do my job that you've paid me for, and I'm not bucking for a raise or promotion. I have no problems with that. I don't think you always have to be, like, striving to be the next step up in your job, especially if you like it. But now they say Gallup's latest worker poll found nearly 6 in 10 adults, 60% of Americans, are quiet quitting after the bug caused people to prioritize their me time. But a new trend that piggybacks on this premise has emerged: the lazy girl job. The term went viral thanks to, well, lazy girls and TikTok videos with millions of views. Most search lazy girl jobs: cloud engineer, e-learning assistant, translator, customer feedback analyst, data entry, accountant, freelance writer, data analyst, informatics nurse. None of these jobs are legal assistant, market research and analyst. What are all art teacher? What are all these jobs? These jobs are just, you know, do nothing, sitting in front of a computer in air conditioning, doing the least amount required from home. And, you know, most of these jobs probably pay $40,000 to $50,000, maybe $60,000 a year. These are the same girls that complain, though, that they need more money. They say the lazy girl job is something that you can basically quiet quit. It takes away the pressure from the exhaustion of holidays. Oh yes, remember how working is supposed to be just like a holiday? Boy, I can't tell you the number of times where I didn't want to go on vacation because I wanted to, and I enjoyed my work, and it was so relaxing at work that I didn't want to take my vacation. This is how entitled and spoiled and lazy everyone is. Now, of course, they say Gen Z, but it's the girls. It's the girls here. When did grandma glasses come back, by the way? These glasses are as big as half of these girls' faces. The windshield to my car is smaller than these things. And so, of course, this means that either the salaries are going to go down And here's the thing. Look, if you say, hey, a cloud engineer used to make 100 grand a year, but now since you want to take it easy and you want an easy life, we're going to hire 2 of them and pay them each 50 grand a year. I'm fine with that. If that's what these young things want to do, I'm fine with that. But what about the guy that wants to bust his tail and work hard and actually make a good income? And he says, you know, I'm going to work as hard as 2 of these people. I want 100 grand for it. They're going to say no. They're going to say no. They'll hire these 2 girls instead. Premise of a lazy girl job: simple, low stress, low effort, with lots of flexibility and freedom. Yeah, you know what we called that when I was a kid? Part-time. That's what we called it, part-time. But these girls want to live on this. These girls want to live on this. I got a video I'm going to show you at the end of this. Just a minute. I'm going to add this in. I just thought of this. These jobs are remote, require no overtime, physically safe. Well, that's why you know women aren't going to be taking a lot of men's jobs. There's minimum to no supervision. That's because they want to screw around all day. They want to be on TikTok goofing off. She says she wants laid-back bosses and comfortable salaries that pay the bills but don't require a chaotic work schedule. Yeah, that's it. What's pay the bills mean? They want 6 figures for doing nothing. The search for lazy girl jobs are up 1,267% in the past month. Well, what's that mean? It means all these idiots are spending way too much time on TikTok following these trends. Many complaints about the term come from those who say it paints a bad picture. Social media strategist Michael Derwin told the Wall Street Journal, "The movement makes sense, but the name is all wrong. I think younger women are using it almost in a way that they don't understand the damage it can do." But would the term have gone so viral with a more acceptable term like work-life balance? Probably not. Of course not. Because TikTok is where the internet goes to die. So you know what? My mom was a part-time worker. She was a part-time dental hygienist. Yeah, she had to go into an office, into a dentist's office. She worked 3-4 days a week when we kids were like, you know, in our teens. And she made a decent income doing that. It wasn't 6 figures like these girls want. She was supervised. She had to leave the house. But what does this basically mean? What this means is these women want everything. Oh, I don't want to work. I just want to stay at home. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be lazy. But give me all the money. And so I'm going to play this video. This is from my Twitter. And I'm sorry that I know the static's really bad, but I've tried everything I can do to fix it. I'm just going to have to order new hardware. I thought $30 cables would fix it, but apparently I have to buy a $100 cloud lifter, unfortunately. I'll get it fixed, I promise, because it's driving me nuts, so it must be you too. These women are the same ones that say, you know what? We should give away all the money. We need to have all these programs, and we need free this, and free Social Security, and free Medicare, and free health care, and free college, and free places for immigration people coming across the border to stay, and free this, and free school lunches, and free, and free, and free. Same people. I don't want to do anything, give away all the things for free, and also I can't afford anything. And this, I don't know if this woman, I think it's something like here in the United States, 67% of all women vote left. They vote for all the free things. So more than likely, she's got a 70% chance to line up with that school of thought. I want you to hear what because this is what happens when you don't understand monetary policy and you want the government to print all the money to make all the things for free. Just listen to this, because this is the same type of woman.
I walked out and sat in my truck and just cried. What the hell, Sam's Club? What the hell everywhere? How is anyone affording to eat right now? I mean, because we're struggling to have enough money to feed us for the whole month. I have 4 kids plus myself, and we...
Oop, there it is right there. I have 4 kids plus myself. Where's daddy? Where's the husband?
We struggle to put food on the table. I shouldn't be struggling. We make enough money that I shouldn't be struggling.
Who's we? Maybe she does have a husband. I don't know, but she says we, like me and the 3 kids. That's specifically what she says. She didn't mention a husband in there.
I have 4 kids plus myself, and we struggle.
4 kids plus myself. That's 5 people. And she thinks that she shouldn't be struggling on just her income alone? Well, you're getting help from the government, aren't you? Yes. Well, guess where that money to help you out from the government comes from? Your own taxes. You know what else I notice? She's got really, really, really pearly white teeth. And they're not too fake looking. So I'm guessing she probably bleaches her teeth. I notice she has makeup on. Boy, that costs money. I mean, if things are really that hard and you can't afford food, how can you afford makeup and teeth whitening? I mean, if you're really struggling, I mean, you ask some of these guys that are living out of their car, you know, hey, man, why don't you have cleaner clothes? Or why don't you iron your clothes? I'm living out of my car, dude. This is what happens when you have a bunch of lazy women entering the workforce, taking away jobs from men that want to work hard. They want to work hard to get paid well, and they want to take care of a family. And instead, you have these single girls coming in, or these single Gen Zers, but mostly these young women coming in, not wanting to do the job, wanting to be lazy, wanting to get paid all the money. And then when they don't and they can't afford anything, then they want to complain. The snowflake generation, the people that want everything handed to them and they're special and they can do no wrong. You know, I used to say, man, wait till they find out when real life slaps them in the face. The problem is when real life is slapping them in the face, it's slapping the rest of us in the face too. And we're all going to get punished for this because all of the inflation, all the government bailouts, all the free money, it's going to hurt everybody. And these are the type of women that are ushering it in. And I'm not saying that it's not the greedy corporations' problems either. But do you know when corporations were really allowed to get greedy? It's when we got off the gold reserve, when Nixon took us off the gold reserve back in the 70s, and when women entered the workforce. Suddenly, there's 2 people for every 1 job that's out there. And companies said, you know something? We don't have to raise salaries anymore. Now women will work the job, or we have so many positions to fill that even if women don't want it, women have taken over so many other roles that now there's a bunch of guys competing for the same job. We don't have to give any more money, and eventually people will come work for us because they have to pay for things. It's you know, when people say I liked it back in the 50s and 60s better, this is part of it. When a man working a job could afford a home and a family and to put food on his table, even if they weren't the richest or had the biggest house, a man could take care of a family. Now you got, 2 girls taking 1 job position, probably, wanting all the money and wanting to complain about things, and then you got women voting for all the free giveaways and voting in people that'll keep the money printer flying along, which is all government really at this point, left or right. Keep the money printer printing along, and in the end, we all end up in the ditch. Keep it up. Keep it up. What a great trend. For those of you on YouTube, I'm going to jump over and do more on locals at the tail end of this. So become a supporter today. I appreciate it. Get a little extra content over at locals. It's like $5 a month. Less than a pumpkin spice latte that all the white girls like. I appreciate your support. And for those on locals, we'll jump over and do that now.